Hey guys, how you doing? It's Andy Elliott. Today I'm going to give you the best video in the country a new hire could possibly watch. But look, don't get fooled. If you're not a new hire, you're probably like, oh man, this isn't for me. I've been selling cars for 2, 3 years, 10 years. Let me explain this to you. I fly out for a living and train stores all across the U.S. every single week. How many salesmen do I see a year? How many managers, GMs, and people do I see a year who make it and don't make it? I watch the trends. I see it. Now, let me tell you this. Some of you guys right here, this beginning brand new step, I see guys that have been selling for 10 years. Yes, 10 years that are still stuck right here. I am going to go over the stair step here of how to become a master at selling cars and how to become the best. Now, I want to share this with you, okay? So this is for new hires, right? This is so people within, maybe they started selling cars in the last year, they can get a hold of this video and just start crushing it right now so they can find out mentally like where they're lost, because if you don't know where you're at, you don't know where you're going, okay? Before I get into this commitment to excellence, this learning process ladder here, I want to tell you, below I have put a link, okay, to this. This right here is the 8 commitments that you must make to dominate it and crush it selling cars, okay? If you want a copy of that, I'm going to put that down. I want to tell you this. Click the link below. All you have to do is click it and you can get the PDF to the 8 commitments you must make. I would highly recommend you going through that and seeing if you've made all these commitments. If you haven't, you want to crush it. Also, I put 2 links below for the meet and greet, just because if you're a new hire, I know that you need to learn how to make a best friend within the first 2 minutes, and also you need to learn how to fact find, qualify, and how to do the meet and greet deadly, because that literally is the difference from how a car deal will end if it started right. A sale can't be closed until it's been opened. So that right there is strong. Plus, I actually added a blog link to this video. So if you want to click on the blog, I'm a visual person when I learn, so I like to see video, but I want to tell you this, right? When you're reading something and you're actually being able to highlight it and write it down and scratch on it, you know, they say that 30% of like video is retained. 90% of what's written or read is remembered. So you go up like 3 times higher if you would actually click on the blog link and maybe check out that format as well as watch the video. So that's right there in the link below. All right, let's get started. Let's go through these four levels here. All right, so if you're a brand new salesperson, this is what state you're in. It's called unconscious incompetence. What that stage means is you just don't know what you don't know. You're running around the car dealership, you're trying to sell cars, you want to do the right thing, but you just don't know what you don't know. Sounds like a brand new person, right? That's why that's the stage. When you move out of that stage, you automatically move into what's called conscious incompetence, which means now you're aware about maybe I don't know something. So I call that, you know that you don't know something. You're seeing other salesmen get deals, house deals, internet leads that you should be getting, right? Hey, I should get that. Why ain't I getting that? You just don't know. You know that something's missing. Should I take lot up? Should I go to the internet department? You know what I'm saying? Why did I miss that deal? You're starting to understand. Here you didn't know what you were missing. Now you're just kind of moving. Here, now you understand that you really don't know something. You just don't know what that something is yet. So I'm going to tell you, you will move out of that and you will start training. That right there is what, not product knowledge, but people knowledge and skill. When you move out of that step, you call what's called conscious competence. That's where you learn to do something, okay? But, see the but? It takes your full concentration, man, which means it's a grind. It's a drag. Look, you're learning something new every single day. You're taking it into work. It's not the way that you used to do things when you started, so it's new. You're taking this learn new skill into account, and it's uncomfortable. The good thing is, everything you want in life is right on the other side of being uncomfortable. This is an uncomfortable stage, and a lot of people quit at that stage because they can't stand the uncomfort. Here's the point. when you cross up into that, this is where it gets beautiful. And the whole thing is beautiful, okay? Because nothing in life that's easy is even worth doing. If you want to make money that you've never made, you've got to do things that you've never done. If you want to be different and have an entrepreneurial life that you've never lived or never had, you have to be able to go through the entrepreneur experience, okay? Guys, enjoy the grind and become okay and fall in love with the suck zone, okay? It's okay that it sucks because this is the reward. This is what I call unconscious competence. This is where you're a master. You can do something without having to think about it anymore. It's secondhand. It's second nature. It's part of your life. It's what you do. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. This is beautiful. This right here, it isn't practiced anymore, okay? It's just you. You just run with it. And guess what happens? People start to say things like, God, man, he's just a born salesman. You know what I'm saying? He's just natural. No, they don't even know, do they? We started right here. This is where we started. We made it to here, okay? You know why? Because we fell in love with the grind. Because we knew that we want to be like everyone else, so we chased the skill. We went through the uncomfortable stages while most people will choose staying comfortable, and 10 years later, they're still here. Okay? And that's why I said that this is for new hires in the automotive industry, but I'm going to share this with you. There's guys like this in your store right now that have been doing it for years, and they're locked in. And by the way, let's move to the next section, and this is really going to help you push forward. Okay? These are some success tips, all right? 80% of success is finding a big enough why. Whoa, what, Andy? 80% of success? You're telling me is to find a big enough why? Yes. Let me tell you why. Because if you don't have the drive that you need to literally pull the full potential out of you and not give 100% at work, but give 1,000%, you're not going to make it. What would make you give 1,000% at work? You know what would make you? A big enough why. Why are you doing it? I want you to have that embedded. I want you to tattoo it on your arm, on your head, put it on your wall, and I want you to eat, sleep, and breathe it. And guess what happens? You will move through this ladder faster than anyone else around you, okay? Guys, at 18, I had nothing. I was dead broke. I moved my way up to making $700 grand a year selling cars. How did that happen? It happened because my why was so big. I was so sick and tired of being sick and tired of being broke. I didn't want to do it anymore. I was okay with the suck zone, and that's okay if you want to stay there. I didn't want to stay there anymore. I wanted to change the family tree, and guess what happened? It didn't happen overnight, but I chased it, and I kept beating on the wall until the hole opened, okay? I want you to join me and do the same thing. Now, the other 20% of success, we know what the other 80% is figuring out how to do it. See, a lot of people got this confused. If you were to walk around your dealership and say, hey, what do you think makes a salesman successful? You're going to hear things like this. Closing. Oh, man, you got to be a great closer. Dude, you do have to be a great closer. I agree. Listen, the number one thing that I love to teach on, I do master closer seminars every quarter. Why? Because if you can't close a screen door, you ain't going to make any money. I watch salesmen run around on their 10th year still making minis, and I watch new sales guys that train with me that are making 10, 15, 20, 30,000 a month. Do you know why? Because closing is important. It's not the most important. Success comes from the why. Why do you want to be successful? Because when you learn the skill, then you're deadly going into the market with it. But a lot of people say it's like closing and stuff like that, and always be closing. No, it's not. It's not closing. This is what it is. It's developing the reason to tap into your full ability and give 1,000% every day. That's what it is. It's real simple, guys. Here's the test. Here's the answers to the test. Find you a reason why that's so big that will make you pull out your full potential. It's not about financial. It's about potential. Look, let me explain this to you. If you're broke on the other side of this and you're like, man, I'm broke, I don't have nothing. You're in the perfect place. You know why? Do you believe, answer this question, that you have more potential in you? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, and I'm sure 100% of you probably said, yes, I do have more potential. Guess what? You're going to climb this ladder. and you're going to create a master inside of you that is going to make a couple $100,000 a year that's going to live your best life? The answer is, how fast will you do it? How fast will you come up with your why? How fast will you start training and getting the skill to do it? Does that make sense? All right, so below I said you have these links, you have everything. You've watched the ladder. Let me give you some last 5 tips here so we can finish this video off, and I think that will make an impact and a home run right here at the end so it ties it all together. Visualization. The way you want your life to look, you have to create change immediately. Okay? Understand this. Fake it till you make it. I get it, you don't have the money yet, right? How am I going to change my life? Well, it's real simple. Audit the people that are around you, and the ones that don't believe in you, get rid of them. We'll start there. We'll start by not talking about negative, not saying things like impossible, can't, right? Don't say things like, I should go to the gym. No, I'm going to the gym. I should do training, but no, I'm going to train, okay? Start elevating your life in all the areas. Create change immediately. Progress is very addictive. It flows into all the areas, okay? Number 2, repetition. Over and over, that's how you master something. We know this. The mother of skill, right, is repetition. So guess what happens? If you practice it over and over and over until you're sick in the face and you just want to throw up, now you're starting to get it. Guess what? Now, number 3, you have to apply it. If you don't apply it, what good is it to have it in your head over and over and over if you don't put it into your daily life? Am I right? Okay, a lot of people learn something, but when they go back out into the field and they're working, like I teach you a close and you go back into the field and you're working, you somehow don't use that new close. You do the old stuff that you'd been doing, and guess what? You get the same results, but you practice that close. Man, no ways. Look, don't just repeat it in your head, repeat it in your daily life. Now let's get to some beauty part of it. Here's what new skills should be done. Real simple. Integrate it into your daily routine. Eventually, it will become effortless. What does that mean, become effortless? It means exactly what we talked about over here, right? You're not having to think about it anymore. It's just second nature to you. The beautiful thing about this is when I talked about integrating it into your daily life, look, millionaires, they usually have 2 things that separate them from everything else. They have habits and they have rituals that the people that are broke don't have. And people that are broke could join those millionaires if they would do this. Take those rituals and habits and do them consistently without quitting. Okay? We never say quit. Never. What we say is help. And by the way, before I finish this video, look, I'm going to give you my number here, 918-210-0254. Okay? That's 918-210-0254. Shoot me a text if you're struggling or if you need help or if you want some guidance or assistance. I'll be happy to help you, okay? And then let's go into number 5 here. If you don't use it, you'll lose it, okay? The only way to stay strong is to continually use and work on your new skill. It never stops. So does it become effortless? Does it become second nature? Yes. But how do you stay strong? Guess what? You continue to use your new skill. You never backstep and go back to your old ways. These new ways will get you a new life. Your old ways will get you your old life. Now, sometimes does it take time for things to happen? Yes, I just drew the ladder. Are you at unconscious competence right now? Or are you at unconscious incompetence right now? Where do you stand? Watch this video again. I tell you that this video will change you and help you understand completely how to crush it selling cars. Guys, have a blessed day. Let me know if you need anything. And remember, click on the blog link below. That way you can get the full print out of this and rock and roll. I'll talk to you guys soon.